Hey, what's up you guys, it's Caboose XP. I'll bring you another Batman Arkham Knight video, and today what we're going to be talking about is the villains in Batman Arkham Knight. And with that, I wanted to say that I did do a very similar commentary topic to this before with my buddy Uncaged Games. The video that we did is linked in the description. We didn't go really too in-depth, we just kind of talked about what villains that we really wanted to see in the next Arkham game. It was fun, I did enjoy it, so please go check out the video in the description if you would like to see me and Uncaged Games talk a bit about what villains we'd like to see. But here, I wanted to go a little bit, in depth of the reasons that I would like to see some villains, and then just name off some other villains like that have no reason, like that really weren't set up in Arkham City, but I would just like to see in Arkham Knight, if that's what it's going to be called. So let's get right into it. The first villain, and this is like on everybody's list pretty much, is Hush. Because of that side mission that you do with Hush, or about Hush really, it sets him up so perfectly. He goes out to Gotham, he looks exactly like Bruce Wayne and everything, and he's going to start causing terror. And yeah, it sets him up perfectly to be a villain within the future. And the comic storyline Hush with from the comics, is so damn good. It's amazing, the writing and all that. So if they can incorporate any of that into the next Arkham game with Hush, it would be so damn good. So yeah, Hush is one of the villains that I can definitely see returning in the next Arkham game because of those reasons. So the next villain is Scarecrow, just because he is another one of those villains that was practically like 100% set up to be a villain in the next Arkham game. I think he was set up to really be like the main villain in the next Arkham game. You had the riddle where you see his mask on top of that bridge. You had the cryptographic sequencer, like little cryptic message that he sends you, where it's like it's the numbers, and then if you translate them into words, it's just saying like, you will pay for what you did to me, and like Gotham's gonna burn, or things like that. And the last thing was the little Easter egg, where if you use your cryptographic sequencer on the boat, that one boat out in the water, and you go inside and you see like it's Jonathan Crane's clipboard, and he's like experimenting on one of these patients because like it's some dude who just wakes up screaming and then passes out. So yeah, Scarecrow was definitely another character that was really heavily played on to return in another Arkham game or in the future. So I can definitely see him coming back. And to be honest, with the way that they set it up, with all the Easter eggs and all the riddles and all that, I'm having this little hunch that he's going to come back as the main villain. Now, moving on to another villain that I like to see in Arkham Knight is Azrael. And this plays on, once again, with Scarecrow because of this this thing that Azrael tells you. He says, like, listen, shit's going to hit the fan in the future for you, buddy. And he just disappears off into the night, Now, I don't really see this as 100% a character that's going to be a villain, I don't know too much about this Azrael because, there's different ones for those who didn't know. But I don't know too much about this Azrael that's in Arkham City. But from what I've seen in Arkham City, it seems that he's not really a villain more than he is kind of like an anti-hero or a character of like, not incredible importance to the plot besides setting it up, like he just kind of sets it up and then he bounces for the rest of the plot, So yeah, I don't know if I would like to see him as a villain. I don't even know if he is a villain, but if he is, then that's cool, and I can't wait to see what he would be like in Batman Arkham Knight, or whatever they're going to call it in the future. Now, all those villains, or those villains that I just mentioned, are villains that I would like to see in terms of playing on the plot. I'm sure there's a couple more that I'm missing, and if there is, please tell me in the comments below, because I'd love to hear all your thoughts and all that stuff. But right now, I wanted to name off a couple villains that I'd just like to see that haven't appeared in Arkham games yet. These are villains that haven't gotten their spotlight yet, and they definitely deserve so. Like you got characters like Clock King. Everyone's talking about Clock King. Then there's Maxie Zeus. I really enjoyed that little stuff that they did for Maxie Zeus in Arkham Asylum. He was really cool, little Easter egg in Arkham Asylum. So Maxie Zeus character I enjoy in the comics because like he's interesting, So yeah, Maxie Zeus is definitely one of them. I would like Red Hood to be in the game, as in Jason Todd's Red Hood, But as you've heard me say before, or if you watch my videos as you've heard me say before, I don't want him necessarily to be a big villain just yet. Also, other characters like Man-Bat. Man-Bat is also another villain that everyone really wants in the Arkham series, and I gotta agree, he is really cool. There was an Easter egg for him in Arkham Origins, so that's really awesome. And I wonder what they would make him look like if he did end up in the Batman Arkham series. So that is about it in terms of the Batman Arkham Knight villains that I'd like to see. But what are your thoughts? I want to hear them all in the comments below. Name me some villains that you would like to see in terms of, you know, like villains that were played off by the plot in Arkham City or Arkham Asylum. Like villains that like were pushed to be implied that they were going to return. Those kind of villains. And then name off some villains that you would just like to see in general. I want to hear all your thoughts in the comments below. I'm CaboosXBL. Be sure to follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description, and you can hear me talking about random shit all the time. And be sure to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later.